You know, I'm a huge fan of The Office. In fact, veo The Office muy seguido para ver a Michael y a Dwight. Hold on, did you just use ver with a preposition and without a preposition? My bad, I'm sorry. Let me introduce you to my friend personal a. In this video, I'm going to explain to you what personal a in Spanish is, and I'm going to tell you when and how to use it. I'm also going to give you a quiz so we can test your knowledge on this topic. So for starters, personal a in Spanish is a little bit quirky, almost like Dwight, which means that you're probably not going to find it very often when you translate into English. However, personal a is important in Spanish, it's crucial. So what the heck is personal a and how are you going to use it? Personal a is simply using the preposition a before a direct object. And don't worry, I'm going to explain to you what direct objects are. We use personal a to introduce people, it's called personal, right? People, concrete animals such as your pets, or personified things. But what are direct objects? So direct objects are things to whom we do something, okay? The thing that is receiving the action. For example, yo limpio al bebé. I clean the baby. The baby is receiving the cleaning. So, he is the direct object in this sentence. In Spanish, you need to use personal a to introduce people. For example, limpio al bebé. I clean the baby. Or, estoy buscando a Sonia. I'm looking for Sonia. Tú quieres mucho a tu perro. You love your dog very much. Ay, that's so sweet. Ellos sorprendieron al mundo. They surprised the world. So I want you to notice two things. First, this word. Don't worry, we're going to go back to this. If you see the elements that we place after a, we have a baby, that's a person. We have Sonia, another person. A specific animal, tu perro, that's very specific. So check the last example. Mundo, ellos sorprendieron al mundo. They surprised the world. In this case, we're not talking about mundo, the world, as the thing, but as a group of people, okay? Because we're talking about a group of people, we need to use personal a. So, as you can see, we can use the name of the person, such as Sonia, but we can also use nouns, such as bebé, baby, and mundo, to talk about things. However, when we use this, we need to use the contraction al. In Spanish, we cannot say, yo limpio a el bebé. In Spanish, we need to say, yo limpio al bebé, okay? It's still personal a, okay? So don't get confused by that. It's still personal a. So an easy way to know when to use personal a is knowing when not to use it. In Spanish, we don't use personal a if the direct object is a place, a thing, or an unconcrete thing. Again, remember the direct object is the thing that receives the action. For example, limpio las ventanas. The windows are not people, right? So I don't need personal a. Estoy buscando mis llaves. I'm looking for my keys. Have you seen them? Quiero un perro chico. I want a small dog. In this case, I don't know what dog I'm talking about. I'm just describing what I want. So this is not a specific dog compared to tú quieres mucho a tu perro. You love your dog, okay? So remember, personal a works perfect with people, concrete animals, or things that refer to a group of people, such as mundo. Okay, but what happens with sentences like le compré flores a mi mamá? I bought flowers for my mom. Is that personal a too? No, that's not personal a. In this case, a is introducing an indirect object. So in this example, my mom is a person benefiting from the action, okay? So now that you know this, let me give you some verbs that usually trigger personal a when talking about people and animals. Amar, to love. Yo amo al bebé. I love the baby. Conocer, to know or to meet. Yo conozco al bebé. Escuchar, to listen. Yo escucho a mi hermano. I listen to my brother. Cuidar, to take care of. Yo cuido al bebé. Dejar. Yo dejo a los niños en la escuela. I leave the kids in school. En ver, I use this example. Yo veo a Dwight y a Michael. So now that you know this, I'm going to give you a simple quiz so you can test this knowledge. I'm going to give you 5 sentences using or misusing personal a. Your job is to figure out if these sentences are correct or incorrect and fix them if they need to be fixed. Number 1, Cynthia quiere más chocolate. Number 2, Cynthia quiere mucho sus papás. Number 3, ella no conoce mis primos. Number 4, this one is a little bit longer. Encontré las llaves, pero no encontré Juan. And number 5, yo veo a la tele para no ver a mi hermano. Leave your answers in the comments and I'm going to give you feedback if you need it. Before we finish this video, I want to remind you that you can watch this lesson in my Spanish immersion channel. That way you get to practice a little bit more while reinforcing the topic. I'm also going to leave you a link on the description with a guide to personal a. You're going to find more examples and more verbs in that guide that are going to help you master this topic. So that's it for today, guys. If you like the video, it would really help me if you can give me a like. I hope to see you soon. Bye!